Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is David Novak. I had a couple of epiphanies while I was in New York City. Well, this is not actually an epiphany, but I realized during the course of that week, time was spent quite differently than I spend time here. I still managed to get in a decent amount of reading. I've been reading The Pelican History of Medieval Europe by Maurice Keene and Disgrace by J.M. Coetzee, which I did finish. But what I wound up knocking out of my schedule a little bit was the intensive BookTube watching, which I have habitually done for the past couple of years. The course of the day entailed probably a minimum of an hour subway ride to get wherever we were going, another hour ride to get back from where we were going, and possibly something of the same sort in betwixt somewhere or other if we were going from one place to another. So time was a little bit shorter, and I did have to cut something out. I suppose that if I were living in NYC and properly equipped, I could be hooked up and listen to these things while I was on the subway ride, and that would be a good use of the time. But I actually, on public transit, like to keep my eyes open and alert and watch what's going on around me. It's interesting, to say the least. One time we had a bunch of kids clamber up outside the train car to do what is known in New York as train surfing. I guess it's a worldwide phenomenon, but these kids will jump up to the rooftop of the train. Others will cling onto the back of the train, but these were obviously going up to the rooftop. One had just fallen down from our train line a week before, and I would not have expected, having seen all of the signs everywhere and heard the announcements everywhere, that it was such a popular and common, prevalent phenomenon, but it indeed is, and so I got to witness that myself. So I like to keep alert while on a subway and not be looking at a book or something like that. Were I a NYC resident, of course, that might be different. And so I found that being much more active in my daily life than I normally am suited me. And I would like, I think, to find more ways to do that here in Chicago. And I like the BookTube community very much, and I don't think I will be saying goodbye to it. I will keep watching, but and I will probably keep making videos, if not with the same regularity that I've been aiming for. But it's not going to be my focus, and it seems to me that were it possible, I would be perhaps well served by finding some sort of in-person bookish community here in the city. Other booktubers that I know have book clubs that they are members of. The only negative to that is that I don't think anybody reads the kind of books that I tend to read, and I'm not interested in making a huge change in my reading fare. So I'm not really sure where it's going to go, but I've decided definitely to shift my priorities a little bit when it comes to booktubing, as it is called. So I will just leave these thoughts hanging in the air. I haven't resolved anything, and I will see you next time. That's a sort of a television trope, which I find bizarre, but I do remember my grandmother honestly believed that Perry Mason and other fictional characters on the television could literally see her. So thank you very much for stopping by.